Injury update. Target David Montgomery's return date revealed. We're just getting to this big news, get it all in now, but for you to understand everything that's happening right now, stay until the end. We're almost reaching our goal of 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. So prove that you're a big Detroit Lions fan and want to stay up to date with the latest news by subscribing to the channel and taking the opportunity to leave a humble like. You'll help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers and will also help this video reach more people because with your like this will be possible. So without further ado, let's get started. The Detroit Lions have just suffered a significant blow to their regular season campaign. But there is good news on the horizon for fans of the time. The team will lose one of its key pieces on offense, running back David Montgomery. However, there is hope for a return in time for the playoffs, according to information from Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network. Montgomery, who suffered a medial collateral ligament (MCL) injury during the Lions' Week 15 loss to the Buffalo Bills, is now focused on an intense rehab process. According to Rappaport, the plan is to have him fit for the divisional round of the playoffs. He's now starting his rehab with a realistic goal of being back in the divisional round of the playoffs, he explained, adding that the recovery timeline is around a month. Initially, the injury appeared serious enough to require surgery, which would end Montgomery's season. Lions coach Dan Campbell had mentioned that possibility last week. However, after consulting with 3 different doctors, the prevailing opinion was that surgery would not be necessary. This diagnosis gave Montgomery a chance to focus on rehab and attempt a crucial return in the postseason. Another positive for Detroit is that the Lions decided not to place Montgomery on the injured reserve list. This means he will not be subject to the mandatory 4-game absence, allowing him to return sooner if appropriate. The Lions currently lead the NFC and are in first place. If the team can maintain that status, it will secure a bye in the first round of the playoffs, which could be crucial to Montgomery's return. That advantage would allow them to have their running back available for the first game of the divisional round, news that raises fans' hopes. In the meantime, the team will need to rely on Jahmyr Gibbs and other players in the backfield to keep the ground attack going. In their first game without Montgomery, the Lions were efficient with Gibbs leading the charge. He accumulated an impressive 109 rushing yards on 23 carries, in addition to adding 45 receiving catches against the Chicago Bears. This performance by Gibbs gives the Lions the confidence they need to face the next challenges in the regular season. However, all eyes will be on Montgomery's recovery and the expectation that he will return in full form to contribute in the most decisive moments of the season. With the team in a prime position and fighting to maintain its lead in the NFC, the focus now is on securing a playoff spot and setting the stage for an even bigger impact from Montgomery when he returns. The journey continues for the Lions, and the hope is that the best is yet to come. Now let's continue with today's next update. Leave a like and stay tuned until the end. Lions $14 million defensive end expected to leave Detroit for Ravens. Detroit Lions defensive end Carlton Davis's fate appears to be shaping up far from Detroit, with rumors pointing to a possible move to the Baltimore Ravens. Signed for a reported $14 million salary, Davis was a mainstay of the Lions secondary in 2024, but a recent injury may have put an end to his run with the Michigan team. During the 2024 offseason, the Lions invested heavily in overhauling their secondary. The addition of Amick Robertson, promising draft picks Terrion Arnold and Ennis Rakestraw Jr., and the trade of Carlton Davis have all provided the foundation for a much more solid defense. These additions have not taken long to pay off. The second, which for years was considered a weak spot on the team, has become a competitive and reliable area. Davis, in particular, has played a crucial role in that progress. As a starter on the border, he put up impressive numbers, a 55.3% completion rate allowed and a 77.0 passer rating when targeted, both among career highs. However, Davis's future with the Lions has been thrown into doubt after a serious injury. He suffered a fractured jaw that is expected to sideline him for at least 6 weeks, compromising his availability for the rest of the season, except perhaps for a possible NFC Championship game. Even so, head coach Dan Campbell has expressed little optimism about the player's return in 2024. So far, it doesn't seem optimistic to bring him back. It doesn't mean he won't, but I don't see it right now, Campbell said. As Davis faces a long recovery period, speculation about his future is starting to grow. He will be available as a free agent in 2025, and interest from the Baltimore Ravens is seen as a real possibility. Bleacher Report's Alex Ballentine points out that the Ravens have struggled with their pass defense this season, even after the addition of Tre'Davious White. The presence of Carlton Davis, with his experience and proven ability, would be an immediate solution to the team's problems. The cornerback position has been a headache all season for the Ravens, Ballentine wrote. Adding Davis could provide stability and leadership to the secondary, alongside Nate Wiggins and Marlon Humphrey. On the other hand, the Lions could consider re-signing Davis. His leadership on the field and consistent numbers are valuable assets, especially for a team looking to solidify its defense. However, the high cost of re-signing could be a hindrance, and the time may come to develop international alternatives, such as Ennis Rakestraw Jr., although his season has been marked by injuries and lack of field time. If the Ravens decide to invest in Davis, it could be a big step towards solving their defensive problems. The combination of Davis, Wiggins, and Humphrey would have the potential to transform Baltimore's secondary, positioning them as one of the best defensive units in the NFL. It remains to be seen whether the Lions want to let go of such an important player or whether they will make an effort to keep him on the roster. In the meantime, the outlook remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. Carlton Davis's performance and experience make him a coveted piece on the market, and both the Lions and the Ravens have a lot to gain or lose in this dispute. Share your opinion here in the comments. I really want to know what you think. We will continue to bring you quality content, but we need you to subscribe to always stay updated. Until the next news.